AI is growing rapidly in popularity right now, and studies are saying that by the year of 2030, over 30% of our jobs could be automated by AI. One of the newest technologies within the AI space are AI voice agents. They are already automating sales, customer support, or appointment setting for many companies. But can AI really replace humans? Companies have a few problems with human employees. First of all, they tend to be a lot slower than AI in certain processes, especially the ones that are repetitive and tend to get boring over time. Also, humans cost a lot because, of course, your human employee needs to live from that money. So they need to buy themselves food, they need to buy water, they need to live somewhere, so they need to pay rent. And also, at the end of the day, there's just a lack of qualified subjects out there. So many niches are missing human employees because there are just not enough that are qualified for the particular job. AI agents, on the other hand, are faster at most of these tasks and they can work 24/7 because they do not need to sleep and they always work with the same capacity as in the very first hour they start working because they cannot get tired and they cannot get bored of the task that they're currently doing. Now let's compare a few aspects between humans and AI agents. On one hand, we have the availability. As I told you, AI agents are available 24/7 because they don't need to sleep. Humans, on the other hand side, have to sleep, so they can only work for such a time, usually not longer than 8 hours, and then they have to go sleep, and then the next day they come back. Also, humans have weekends off mostly, so there's literally a huge win for AI agents. Now let's talk about costs. AI agents usually cost from somewhere around 50 cents an hour all the way up to around $1 per hour in terms of the McKinsey report. Human employees are going to be 10, if not 20 to 30 times more expensive than that, earning wages of between $10 and $30 per hour. Same goes for scalability. AI agents are able to handle thousands of requests at the same time and fast, really fast, one after another, while a human can really only handle one request at a time because our brain is only capable on focusing on one single task at one time, and doing that task good will require all of our brain power. We can, for example, not have a sales call and at the same time book something into our calendar if we want to stay 100% focused on the sales call. An agent, on the other hand, could take a sales call and during that sales call put the person into the calendar, and it could do that with multiple sales calls at a time. But of course, human employees also have some huge W's in some areas over AI agents. Let's take emotions for an example. AI agents can only simulate human emotions and they do not feel real emotions because they're machines, obviously, and that can lead to some weird situations. Human employees feel real emotions, and in some tasks, that can definitely be very important for a business. For example, driving sympathy and also driving motivation, leading a team. That's where human employees will stand out from AI agents. And last but not least, the learning curve. Of course, AI agents can learn a lot faster, but only to a certain level. They can only learn with the data they are given. Humans learn through creative and strategic thinking, which in the first place might be a little slower than AI agents. Like, you can think of that as an AI agent's learning curve goes up like that, but a human's learning curve will start like this. But then once creativity and strategic thinking kick in, a human will learn much faster than an agent, and it will learn things that an AI agent can never learn, like emotions and how to handle certain situations properly in terms of ethical issues. Now I'll give you some hard facts about AI agents. First of all, AI agents in support roles tend to speed up the time that it takes for one of your customers to receive support up to 80%. That can be huge in terms of customers being happy and customers liking your product and buying again at your store or whatever business you have. Also, there are AI voice agents out there that are able to do up to 1,000 sales calls every single hour. And now if you think about it, if you stack that up and you use multiple AI voice agents over multiple phone numbers, then that can pretty fast add up pretty high. And that will just be a number and a volume that human employees could never reproduce. Also, AI agents can save business owners up to 3 hours every single week if they schedule appointments for them while being on calls with some of their customers, which on the other hand can free time up for the business owner to do creative tasks that actually will benefit his business on the long run. And of course, the main field for AI agents, data analyzing. AI agents are able to analyze data up to 100 times faster than their human counterparts. Now, what does this mean for a business? Well, every business needs humans and should also use AI agents. But still, humans will always be needed because there are just certain tasks that AI agents will never be able to perform as well as their human counterpart. For example, handling emotional tasks or leading teams, a task that requires empathy, a task that requires understanding of human emotions, and agents, especially AI agents, will never be able to understand that as well as humans. That simply means that AI over the course of the next 10 years will probably automate huge parts of our economy, especially the repetitive tasks that can easily be automated. But some jobs, especially the ones that use AI to work, or creative jobs and jobs within certain industries, will never be automated, at least not with the technology that we have now and the technology that we're going to develop over the course of the next few years. So if you're a business owner, I definitely try to implement certain AI agents into my business to automate certain tasks, but I've always used a human as the boss of the agent that does all the planning, that handles the creative tasks, and that is able to drive the business forward, that has the vision, because AI agents will never be able to do that. I hope you liked the video. I hope those insights were interesting for you. And if that's the case, then please subscribe to the channel to support us and not to miss any future content about AI automation and AI voice agents in particular. There will also be videos about how to build your workflows and how to automate your business. So stay tuned for that and see you in the next video.